sperm bank. A sperm bank, it is otherwise called as semen bank or cryo bank. It is a facility or enterprise that collects and stores the human sperm from the sperm donors for the use by the women who need donor provided sperm to achieve pregnancy. Sperm donated by the sperm donor is known as donor sperm, and the process for introducing the sperm into the women is called artificial insemination or third party reproduction. What are the criteria for the selection for the sperm donor? So the men of all ethnicities and backgrounds are accepted as donors. The donors are healthy men between the age of 18 to 45 from a sound background and usually are graduates. A non-smoker, a non-alcoholic who maintain a healthy lifestyle can be a sperm donor. And those who is willing to undergo frequent and rigorous testing and who is willing to donate a sperm so that it can be used to impregnate women who are unrelated to and unknown by him. So they may be the sperm donor, and they should be able to provide their family's medical history, usually back 2 to 3 generations. And what are the criteria? What are the major tests that has to be done by to the sperm donor? Blood test for the blood grouping, RH status, HIV, diabetes, hepatitis B and C, and other sexually transmitted diseases. And also the screening of genetic abnormalities. They must be able to make a commitment to program, usually 6 months to 24 months, and this semen is analyzed and accepted only if it has a superior quality and a count over 100 million per millimeter and motility of 70 to 80%. And the donor must agree the relinquish of all legal rights to all children which results from his donation. The screening of donors. Donors are subject to test for infectious diseases, HIV-1 and HIV-2, then human T cell lymphotrophic viruses, HTLV-1 and HTLV-2, syphilis, chlamydia, gonorrhea, hepatitis B virus, hepatitis C virus, cytomegalovirus virus, trypanosoma cruzi and malaria, and hereditary diseases such as cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, familial Mediterranean fever, Gaucher disease, thalassemia, Tay-Sachs disease, Carvian disease, familial dysautonomia, congenital adrenal hyperplasia, etc. The donor will undergo a semen analysis and the sample will be thawed to evaluate the post-freezing thawing semen parameters. Sperm susceptibility to damage with the freezing varies between individual as well as between the sample of given donor. Donors are selected if the post-thaw semen parameters meet a minimum standard. In general, specimens should contain a minimum from 20 to 30 million motile sperms per millimeter after thawing. Post-thaw mortality is generally range of 25% to 40%. So, what are the abnormalities of sperms? Why the sperm donor should be there? Coming to the abnormality in male, it may be due to oligospermia, that is reduced sperm count, asthenozoospermia, reduced sperm motility, teratozoospermia, increased abnormal sperms, oligoasthenoteratozoospermia, that is sperm variables are subnormal, then azoospermia, no sperm in the semen, aspermia, that is no ejaculate, leucocystospermia, increased WBC, necrozoospermia, all sperms are dead, And other case of male infertility is azoospermia, blocked of ejaculatory duct or testicular failure, oligospermia, sperm or seminal fluid abnormality, erectile dysfunction, that is undecided testes. It will be genetical or familial disorder, that is female is Rh sensitized and male partner is Rh negative positive, and single women who desires a pregnancy but who lacks a male partner. For them, the sperm donation can be done. Type of donor: anonymous donor, where the child receiving the couple will never get to know the identity of the donor. Non-anonymous donor, termed as known donor, open identity or identity released donor. Private or directed donations, privately and directly from a friend, family member, by advertising or through a broker. So if by all this person the full sperm donation can be done. Place and method of collection. The contract may also specify the place and hours of donation. Not to have an intercourse or to masturbate for a period of usually 2 to 3 days before making a donation. A sperm donor generally produces and collects the sperm at the sperm bank or clinic by masturbation in a private room or cabin known as men's production room. And the donor masturbate or use an electrical stimulator to produce ejaculate in a special condom known as collection condom, also used to collect the semen during sexual intercourse. Process and storage. Sperm banks usually wash the sperm sample to extract the sperm from the rest of the material in the semen. And a cryoprotectant semen extender is added before frozen storage, and one sample can be produced 1 to 20 vials or straws depending on the quality of ejaculate and whether the sample is washed or unwashed. A semen analysis is performed on each ejaculate, and this includes a complete seminal fluid analysis, quantitating sperm motility, forward progression, sperm density morphology, and all the specimens are stored in liquid nitrogen storage tanks at minus 196 degrees centigrade. Once the frozen, the vials are immersed in a liquid nitrogen in a secure tanks at the temperature of 196 degrees centigrade or at minus 371 degree Fahrenheit. There are two categories of cryoprotectant used depending upon the molecular size and permeability. One is permeating small molecules by glycerol, DMSO, ethyl glycerol, and then non-permeating large molecules by sugar like sucrose and raffinose, protein and lipoproteins. What are the advantages of frozen sperm? There is no risk of sexually transmitting diseases and acquired immunodeficiency disease, as the samples are quarantined for the 3 months and the donors are retested, and round the clock availability, no scheduling bottleneck, high quality product since it is tested before and after freezing. Rh negative donor can use for Rh negative women. Physical traits of husbands and donor can be matched. Disadvantages of fresh semen is there is no records of donors. It is impossible to match the physical traits of the donor and the husband. Using the known donors can lead to legal. And the donor sperm prepared for the use of ART, that is assisted reproductive technology. As I mentioned in the previous sessions, the ART are artificial insemination, that is and intrauterine insemination, intracervical insemination, in vitro fertilization, intracytoplasmic sperm injection, natural insemination, and surrogacy. And the artificial insemination may be done by many types. Artificial insemination by the husband, that is AIH, and artificial insemination by the donor, that is AID, and semen from the person other than the husband, artificial insemination by homologous donor, that is AIHD, or it is the mixture of donor semen and husband semen may be used. Thank you.